Hey, what is going on? Well, hold on. Check my mic. Cool. It should be working fine. So, hey, what's going on? It's your boy, Trace Proxy. What's going on? So, today we're going to watch some stuff, and I guess we're going to play some games. Kind of just want to play, what's it called? Cyberpunk, but I might play that white knuckle game. But we'll see. I'm probably going to default to Cyberpunk just because I'm more interested in doing that right now. And the last thing I need to have happen is for me to lose interest and be like, I don't want to stream. So we're gonna do that. So let us get started. There we go. We're right here. Let's turn off the music. Okay.
Excuse me.
Hold on 1 second, because I need to check something. Mark that as red. Close that, and all of that can be closed. That can get out of the way. Do that. That can close. That can get out of the way. Leave that for right now. Get off that. Go away. All of my things need to go away. I don't want to see none of this because I gotta. That reminds me. I need to watch Bleach: The Thousand-Year Blood War. I just caught up with all the dub stuff. The next one is supposed to not be coming out until the 30th, so I'm just gonna watch the sub. Normally, I watch sub for anime, but because of the fact that I'm normally like, I don't want to have to read the subtitles. I've been having a better experience, even though the voices sound listening to them. After years of listening to the sub, I'm having a better experience because I can actually watch what's happening. I mean, I can read the stuff fast enough, but I'm not taking it in like I feel like I'm supposed to. Let's get this out the way. Get out the way. We're gonna play Roblox one day. I've never played it before, and I feel like it's the kid game. But I'm gonna try it out. So I've been seeing people play it. Don't care. Don't care. That. Get rid of that. That. I don't know. I might look at that. Huh. Get rid of that. 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 Get rid of those. That can stay. Oh, wait. I am forgetting something. Okay, I got a decent amount of battery left. I will be right back. Give me a second. Okay. Here's some music for your listening pleasure. I have returned. Okay. Let's turn that off again. And wait, no. This watch turns off on its own. I need to change that setting. I left it on, so it's my fault, but still. Yeah, I need to take this protective case off. It's not really doing that. Just kind of giving the way to gather dirt and stuff. Okay. So go here.
What would you rate this guy on a scale of 1 through 10?
A 3.
Oh, damn. Word.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
not really my type.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. What would you
Terrible.
rate yourself on a scale of 1 through 10?
A 10.
Do you think other people agree with that?
I don't care what other people think. Confidence is key. Period.
Hey, bro. What would you rate this girl on a scale of 1 through 10?
What the f? I look like a f***ing lizard, man.
Excuse
Of course. Of course. Close that out. Ah, yes, the flossing with pepper. I want to see that. Aye, that's kind of wrong. I need to get some more gum pop. I should do a string putting one else together, actually. Yeah, somebody did a lot to make this. Okay. That's gross. If any of y'all got them, what's called fear of holes, this is gross. It's really gross. Oh no. Mm-mm. No. Nah. Oh, it keeps moving too. It's undulating. Feel like I was violated. Oh, man. Okay, so that's still gonna like it. Hold on 1 second. Screen. There we go. All right. What's that I want? Okay, close that. Close that too. This looks like VeggieTales. I don't know why. It's just the way it's like animated and like the colors, the lighting, I guess, on it, and the quality of the textures. It looks like VeggieTales.
Yeah.
Peach Head running around. Yeah. Look, they caught you over there trying to get off to to some smells. Nasty. Hey, the sister. There we go. That's the sister right there. She wearing it. I'm mad she carrying a boombox though. That's some stereotype stuff. I hate that. That's nobody even does that. That wasn't done when I was little. You know, that's crazy. Maybe they do. Maybe they do it in certain places and I just don't know. She hates it. She hates that smell. This is racist. Cause the whole time she's studying and being a good student, she break dancing and playing music. Like there's no point in time where they have her studying anything. Weird. Staring at you in your sleep. What's wrong with you? I'm I love how they did the little anime like with the empty eye thing. Terrible. Okay, so I don't like this. This seems super racist because I just like this girl's just been a menace. And I hate that like she came in with a boombox. I don't know. I'm not feeling this. I want to stop, but I want to finish it too, just because if I make a video, then we gotta finish it. Right, being a menace, do it with her stuff. Like Biologia. Okay, so yeah, this is somebody from a foreign country. They got negative stereotypes of black people. I'm assuming. Y'all done? Got the hell bit in it.
Hey.
They finally spoke. A common enemy. Why does her eyes go white every time? Like she turns into Broly.
Don't give up a terrible spell!
Okay, so they're actually speaking now for real. The hell happened to you? You get eaten by a train as a child? Like what? Okay, so this ain't right either. What the hell just happened? Did he just beat the hell out of him? That was wild. I didn't expect that at all.
Sorry.
They're actually speaking. For real. For real. Okay, that's crazy. I didn't expect that to happen. I expect to be like they see him, they're scared of him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." He's like a teddy bear, but no. Either
That's okay. I'm sorry too.
they made black people's hand correct. It's so many people who are non-black when they make a black person, their hand is the same color as the rest of their skin. That's not normal. There are some people who have that. Like mine's kind of dark. On this video right here, it doesn't look quite as dark. But if you ever see it in person, my hand is like really dark. To the point where people you always just tell me my hand, like your hands are dirty, and I'm like, no, they're just like this. I can't help it. Right? But it's not as dark as the rest of the color. So I've seen some people who have that though. It's wild looking. Stella Olivia Aurora's quiet time is from 10 p.m. Don't get her off a bad smell. Let's get along well. So they got beat, and then they were like, that's crazy. That's wild. This dude just beat on them because they were like, don't make noise and don't make this bad smell. And it's just like, he just yanked them inside. That was crazy. Nick came out crying. That I thought that was going in a very bad place. I kind of want to look at this, but that's 12 minutes. Let's not do that. 73 meters. 2 kilometers. When did that happen? Was there another Cloverfield? I know there was the right, the Cloverfield. No, Cloverfield Lane. I didn't know about Paradox. Okay, hold on. Right, 10 Cloverfield Lane. I've seen this one. Huh. Abrams saw the particle accelerator accident as a cinematic means for future events to cause changes in the past, narratively linking the Cloverfield franchise together as separate timelines within the overall multiverse. Okay. Hold on. I want to see. Because I don't remember. That might be some 3D stuff somebody else made, but all I know is like, I didn't see the monster's head ever go through the clouds. That's crazy. Hold on. An enormous creature. Clover. Cloverfield / Kishin. Kishin. Clover does not appear in the second film of the Cloverfield franchise, the 2016 film 10 Cloverfield Lane. Despite its size, Clover is conceived by the film's creators as being a newborn. In the Cloverfield paradox, a similar but significantly larger creature seen at the conclusion of the film. Okay, yeah, so I'm watching it because I love I love and I dislike like found footage films. I loved it in the sense that it was found footage because that's great, but I hated it in the fact that we only saw the creature like for brief moment. Like this was for like half a second, and then like, it was like the first Godzilla movie they made here in America. For the first, I'd say like hour and a half. If the movie was 2 hours, the first like hour was just like him running in between buildings, around buildings. You just see the tail as he's running by like this giant monster, and you're just constantly missing it. And I hate that. I hate that. It's so boring and terrible. But yeah, so I gotta watch the new one now. Yep. Skip. No.
So, did I get that right? You want me to distract some random dude while you go rizz up some girl?
Sleeps with homeless. Oh my God. Oh, whoa, whoa. Whoa. No, we're not watching that. The most degenerate streamer. Let's see. Can we get
It's her brother, bro.
And why'd I have to do that?
okay. That's what happened. I accidentally pushed that.
What's his deal?
He's just a little too protective, you know. I'd beat his ass, but you know it's her brother. Gotta leave a good first impression. Ah, there they are.
What? Where? Oh, she really is pretty. You got good to...
What is that next to him?
Hey, bro.
Like, you're not beating his ass. What are you talking about?
Yeah?
Take your sunglasses off for a second, would you?
You got me, bro. Dude's a legit crash out. It doesn't really hurt. To be honest, I don't feel anything at all.
You motherfucker. This guy is built like Z Broly. And you expect me to play court jester, dance a little and rile him up? Is that it? Fine, I'll distract him, bro.
Art, really well, man. Now, I don't even know
Hey,
what
big
to say.
guy, my friend wants to know if your sister does tricks on it.
Thanks to my okay. Just a bunch of patrons, I think. Okay, so we're not looking at that. Go bye-bye.
The first device you might be able to call a pocket watch was theorized by an Italian clockmaker in about 1460. Sadly, they were not ready to start making clocks that small or portable. Aside from just shrinking clocks, we also had to figure out what a portable clock looked like. You might think it's obvious, but look at this ball clock. That's weird, right? Although I'm sure rich folks loved being able to tell the time, what I'm sure they loved more was looking fancy while doing it. So
Pretty
in
much.
the 1600s, when waistcoats are popularized, the design of pocket watches had to change to fit with waistcoat pockets. That's where we get the smooth, easy to insert and remove style pocket watch, which is still known today. At least that's
I have a pocket watch. Hold on 1 second. It don't work though. This came off of Temu, so it's nothing special. But it's what's it? It's see if y'all can see it closer. I don't want to turn on auto. I don't want to turn on the auto. What's it called? The auto focus, because I have it set to the perfect distance and everything. But yeah, it's the Nightmare Before Christmas. I like it. It's cool. The thing doesn't work though. I was kind of mad about that. Now, I don't know how to open it up if you can. You know, so it's whatever. It looks pretty. That's all that matters. I'll be back in a second. I am back.
That's what legend says. There's actually a surprising amount of unclear history around pocket watches. You know,
unclear history
and stuff, but it's something.
Okay, we're leaving this. We will come back at some point if I feel like it. Hold on. So, no. Stood in the middle. You stupid. You stupid too. Why'd you turn around? You could have just ran around the corner. You've been good. At least for a second to heal.
I'm empty. Yeah, same here. You got any more ammo left? Yep. Got all I need. What?
If they had this in game, this would be hilarious.
Got any plans? Yep.
You're gonna shoot it, it's gonna shoot everywhere. Or miss it, because that'd be funny.
Make it count. Whoa. Dude, that was awesome! Why did you only bring one bullet? Huh?
Yep. The Gjallarhorn. This is Destiny. This is the Gjallarhorn crew. They all got the Gjallarhorns. Just kill everybody.
Any ideas? What,
nope.
Me? I don't have any ammo. Oh, we could just. There's always the Oh. Yeah. Make it count?
Ora, 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 ora. I wish you could actually do stuff like that in games. Like, they should make that a... Matter of fact, I'm going to make that in the game. Like, the weapon, like, after you use it a certain number of times and you've, like, reloaded, whatever, and you run out of bullets, you can activate, like, a super attack that's built up from your usage of the gun. It's probably a game like that already, but... yeah. Hold on 1 second. Go and
What was that? Oh, this? It's just a little glitch by canceling a reload by mailing over and over really fast. But I didn't think it would actually do anything, though.
What?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Me and my friends used to call it making candy, and, oh, wait a minute. Anyway, these are what you're gonna look out for. It's weird, but sometimes when you're ejecting, they hit you right in the face.
We're having problems, I guess. Live. Oh no, it's back. We're good again. Okay. No. It's crazy looking. Don't want it. Want none of it. Let's see.
Oh my god, a fire exit. Oh no.
I have this game. I've never played it though, because I've got nobody to play with. And I don't play it myself, so.
2 fire exits. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do I have a 50-50 here? Is that what I'm rolling with? Gambling my life on a 50-50.
Yup.
Good chance you were.
John? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, that wasn't John.
Try it.
I am on the 50-50. John.
Chris. Nice.
That's not him either. He's talking to me and answering me like a real human being. John, that was you outside the ship, right?
Yeah.
When I was inside, John, I said, I'm gambling my life on a 50-50. There's 2 fire exits, and then I hear, yeah, good chance you are, in your voice.
And then you get to the ship and I'm walking at you and I say, Chris. Nice.
Terrible. Dirty Donna. What's this?
One thing you must know about Dirty Donna is that I hate kids. With a passion.
With a passion.
And that's why I live alone. And I'm as happy as a pig in shit.
Okay. We'll look at that another time, possibly. He who punches dragons.
It survived.
Is this just a... No, they got music. This from World. Okay. Yup. He bit his face off. That's what I thought it was. That's exactly what I thought it was. It's going in the vault. Why my water gun design got the CIA's attention.
This is the most powerful handheld electric water gun ever made. A project that started as something
Wait, what? Handhold what?
This is the most powerful handheld electric water gun ever made.
Electric water gun?
Project
That was just
started as
water?
something seemingly simple, but little did I know that it would end up taking me over a year of designing, building and testing to finally get to this point.
Of course the CIA contacted you. They want to buy it. With untraceable bullets, who are you planning to kill? Right. This guy understands. That's crazy. Of course they contacted you, bro.
Miss Casey.
Severance hug.
I'm here to observe Heliar.
Oh, no one told me.
Miss Cobell's orders. I'm to watch her for signs of sadness and verbally encourage her to forego further suicide attempts. Upon request, I can also perform a hug.
You know, I've been exhibiting signs of sadness. Could I get one of those?
No. It's not you, bro. Whoa, well, hold on. That look wrong. Wait a minute.
When the DS first launched in the mid-2000s, it was a bit of a surprise to see how successful it would become. With a massive number of units sold and an equally large library to match, I've always felt that the dual-screen developer system was really a sight to behold. It was one of the best-selling consoles ever, and it was reasonably cheap to make games for. Because of that, game developers came in droves, and loads of
Hey, so I have the collection for both of these, Volume 1 and Volume 2, and I have still working new 3DS. That's because I barely use it, to be honest. I bought a bunch of games. Bought tons of games, but because it was so old, I got the new 3DS, like, I think after I got the Switch. So it was like, I just ended up stop playing it, you know.
make games for.
I think the main ones I played were Pokemon Omega Ruby, because the first Pokemon I played was Ruby version. So, you know, I had to get that. Ultra Sun, and I think Ocarina of Time.
Because of that, game developers came in droves, and loads of really cool creative titles showed up on the DS. Despite spending hours upon hours on my...
I love Mega Man Battle Network. I had Mega Man Battle Network 4 Blue Moon on the Game Boy Advance.
original DS Lite, its library is...
Hey... Super Mario 64
is a bit of a blind spot for me, since there were just so many games to pick from. With so many really cool titles coming out at once, it was really easy to miss things.
Why is... This must be one I missed or something, because this is like a older... This looks like a really old, like really old Mario Kart. So him being there weirds me out.
With that in mind, I want to introduce just one...
Is this a Lego Charizard? It is. It's Lego Charizard. Okay, bro. Let's see what games he got. He has it. Star Fox Adventure. Yes. Star Fox Adventure is so fun. I might play that on here one day. I know I played it some years ago. I started it, but I lost my save. There it is. That's hold on, I got that one with me. I might not have... And I got this hella late. I got this in like 2011, maybe 2000. No. So I got it before I moved. So yeah, it was either 2010 or 2011. Twilight Princess, I know that spine too. I know it. I can see it. There's a Kirby game. There's Mega Man X there. Metroid. Some of those are both Metroid Primes. Wait, you have 2 copies of the same one? Well, maybe it's different because I don't have this Lord of the Rings. Bro, this brings back memories. Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil. Hold on. No, that's 3. That's 2. That's Resident Evil. And that's Resident Evil 0. Okay. Resident Evil 4. Okay. It's all GameCube games. I love it. SSX 3. Never played that one. SSX Tricky. Hey, bro. I played the mess out of that game. Super Monkey Ball Adventure. Super Monkey Ball 2. I wish I had all of this. Pac-Man, what's that? That's Racing Evolution. This is the only, not the only thing. There's another Star Fox case down here. Star Fox Adventures. This is the only case I still have left. I got the cases for a ton of my PS2 games though. Then I got all the cases from PS3 games, well the vast majority of them, and then all of the cases for my Xbox One games because I didn't buy too many of those, and then yeah, PS4 though. You still got all of them? Yeah, I still got all those, I think. And I got most of my Switch cases. I lost one of them somewhere.
One of those
hold
thousands
on.
of DS games. It's this little thing.
I want to see that.
Thing called Wizard of Oz Beyond the Yellow Brick Road.
Anime Oz.
The game launched back in 2009, pretty deep into the life of the DS, and at first glance, it might seem like a sort of throwaway game based on the Oz book series. But when you take a closer look, it's got a lot more than meets the eye.
I like that the Tin Man is actually not tin, and he looks like a small castle. And I like the design of the, what's it called? The Scarecrow as well.
Oz DS is a turn-based RPG developed by Mediavision, best known for the Wild Arms series, as well as the modern Digimon games.
Hey, Cyber Sleuth, I got this. This is super fun.
I think most people
need to make a new one.
People would associate Wizard of Oz with the classic movie, and as far as I can tell, the story is roughly based on that, with the Warner Bros. Logo included in the game.
Exceed.
I'm sure there was some sort of involvement. Beyond the Yellow Brick Road looks absolutely amazing for a DS game. The thing that surprised me was it only had a 68 on Metacritic, and the good folks at Nintendo Power only left it with a 65. They mentioned that it's a pretty accessible RPG, but they also said that the game is pretty forgettable in the long run. But we did not forget. See, I'm always game for a game that sells me on good vibes and aesthetics.
This art style looks like I got a case for that too. Hold on. Looks like the art style for Odin Sphere by Thrasir. Who is it that makes this? Nice America, Atlas. No, there's a particular they also made Muramasa the Demon Blade, which I played that on PSP. It's goated as well.
I felt like I had to check it out and see for myself. So today, I hope you'll join me as we take a look at Wizard of Oz on DS.
Matter of fact, I got I gotta leave it for a second. Vanillaware. That's what it looks like. Vanillaware's art. George Kamitani. It's literally George. It's George. His father must have been like white or something, because like that's why. Who? Huraguru. Grim Grimoire. Didn't get to play that. I was 1 2. Huh. Where's George Kamitani in all of this? Okay, what is this? Unicorn Overlord. Is this turn-based? I wish they would stop that. Oh, it's a tactical. I still like tactical role-playing games, but still, they need to stop that. Never got to play this. I didn't even know this existed, actually, so I want to see this now. Remember this. This is what got them big, but I never got to play it. Nippon Ichi Software, right? Nice. Odin Sphere. That explains why. Right. It does look somewhat similar to Disgaea. Odin Sphere, Life Thrasir. I only learned about that because I got that collector's edition. I found it online and I was like, okay, buy it. I got like a shirt with it and everything. Kumatanchi. Don't know what that is. More Master Steam Blade. This was great. Green Knight's History. That's tactical role playing. I didn't like tactical role playing games until I played Fire Emblem 3 Houses, which I haven't finished. Dragon's Crown. I saw this, but I just couldn't get into it. The gameplay didn't look as fun because it looked like it was much more slower paced, and I like the like real fast like ninja flying all over the place, cutting everything in half. More Masa, which kind of reminds me of at least one of the characters from here. There's like 4 or 5 of players. No, it's actually like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 characters you play as, so yeah. Whereas this, none of the characters seem to like really be fast like that. I think there's like 4 of them. But yeah, I might play this. I might try to track down a copy of that. 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim. I didn't play this because it's a tactical thing, and again, it didn't look interesting to me. Director and writer. Oh. So So this wasn't Princess Crown. Wait, hold on. That's right. There was another thing. Dragon's Crown. I want to see what this is. I didn't know this existed. I remember hearing about Princess Crown, I think it was. Right. I remember seeing this, like a copy of this, like a long time ago. Released, right? Originally 1997. That's just what's the name from not Dragon's Crown, but Odin Sphere. Princess Crown continued to influence Kamitani's career, leading to founder of his company Vanillaware and the development of the spiritual successor Odin Sphere. Okay, that explains why. That explains why completely. Fantasy Earth Zero. Huh. It was a 2006 match. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. No. I probably heard of this and like saw it and didn't like it though. Let's see. Fantasy Earth Zero. Let's see. Images. Images. You know what the crazy part is? This kind of looks like dot hack GU. It's terrible. Okay. Let's get back to the
to see if it's just a pretty face, or if there's more to it than those old reviews let on. When you start the with an abridged version of
I want to see the combat.
Tin Man and Scarecrow once each. It's basic fractions, and you have to always add up to 4 quarters. Along with the ratios, each of them fits into...
Okay. I think I'm gonna track down a copy of this. Well played.
Led me to believe get a theme. They really went for a quality over...
But I'm not watching this entire video. No, not today. So what's next thing?
This is Black 4.0, the self-proclaimed blackest paint in the universe, according to its creator. And this is White 2.0, the self-proclaimed whitest paint in the world, not the universe, again, according to its creator. Now, are these actually the blackest and the whitest paints in the whatever? I don't know, and I don't really care. The point is, they are hella black and pretty white, into a single.
The white one doesn't... White stuff doesn't really work as well unless there's, like, no shadow around, which... It's just not gonna work too well. So even though it's the White 2.0, like I thought this was better, but yeah, this doesn't have any special effect when you see it. It's just whatever. This though, if you see this right here, this looks like the screen, like it's just disappeared. It looks like it's inky, like your hand just will recede into it. This looks like paint on a board.
Sculpture. So for this project, I'm going to make a shadow monster reminiscent of No-Face from the film Spirited Away. But of course, I'm not making No-Face, I'm doing my own thing. Basically, I'm designing a monster that's hopefully going to be completely silhouetted in shadow with the help of this super duper black paint and have a bright white mask for a...
This man has studied a lot about the human form because he immediately is like, let's make the bones. He's not even like, hey, let's just make general shapes. Like you can already see the ribs kind of forming here. He has the entire pelvis right there.
Face. You know, kind of like No-Face.
He's making the, like, he has the trochanter's and everything on the bones. Yeah,
Except less blobby, but perhaps just as hungry. So here is our armature. This is the biggest I've ever built, standing at over 19 inches tall, but the reason I made it so big is because I wanted this creature to be crawling up out of the ground, and if he didn't start out this big, he's gonna end up tiny in the finished piece. That said, I am imagining this creature as terrifyingly huge, so the size is to scale compared to my other pieces. In real life, he would be about 10 feet or about 3 meters tall. When I first thought up this creature, I was imagining an elongated, kind of disproportionate, but still muscular.
Hold on one second.
Creature, but after posing the armature, I actually felt like a more gangly, skeletal creature would be more interesting. And I think...
Yeah, so I don't think he puts these in the kiln at all. But this is really cool.
think that a skinnier creature is going to help me out a lot, since if Black 4.0
Like the way he's building this up is
felt like
really,
a more
really
gangly
interesting.
skeletal creature would be more interesting. And I
Right,
think that a
the
skinnier
lats.
creature is going to help me out a lot, since if Black 4.0 worked,
Like this dude was classically trained, I can see, because he didn't just start from like a general shape and then start like cutting into the shape. He's like, no, we need to build up each and like he can just fill this in. He doesn't need to put the muscles there individually like that.
works like they advertise, there will be essentially
But it's useful and it gets a very good result at the end. That's why he's doing
no
it.
detail left on this creature except for the face. And if this guy is very muscular, then the silhouette is going to be a bit harder to read. He's going to be more of a mass of black than these spidery black limbs reaching out. In practical terms, this means I'm not actually going to spend a whole lot of time trying to get the surface detail to be perfect or add little wrinkles or skin folds.
It seems like you are. You're doing a lot already. I wouldn't do all this.
Hopefully, they're all going to disappear. A lot of sculptors emphasize the silhouette as the thing you should pay attention to when sculpting, and so do I. So this piece, in addition to being an excessively elaborate paint test, will also be a test of whether I can make a sculpture work using very nearly just the silhouette and almost no other details to help. Will it work? Well, you should stick around to the end of the video and judge for yourself. So here's what the piece looks like
Yeah, that's raw.
after the initial shaping. From here, I take it outside to sand and smooth out any big uneven areas. Then I can build on it with a lot more control now that I have a stronger foundation to work with. I know I said I wasn't going to do any details, but that doesn't mean I'm just going to leave things blobby and undefined. If the paint
This is already not blobby and defined.
doesn't completely black out the creature the way I'm hoping, I want the shapes that are visible to look good. Plus, between you and me, I like sculpting. I like spending the time at the bench and shaping things.
That's cool that like he has different lengths for the legs. Cause like this obviously leads down into a knee right here, but this is much longer. It looks off-putting because of that.
Things, making it look good, even if it's not all visible and increases the time spent on each video for no appreciable benefit aside from my own satisfaction. It kind of makes me a terrible YouTuber to focus on hidden details instead of getting the video out in a reasonable time, but hey, I'm the one that has to live with this thing, so I'd rather spend extra time with it and be happy than rush and regret it later. I don't usually do armatures in the hands, but in this case I want the fingers to be very long and spindly, and they're going to need the support, so I'm going to start with a twisted pair of floral wire to build out the bones, wrap them together in a bundle, then epoxy them onto the wrist. Other than that, it's nothing too complicated. Pose the wires into kind of a scary fingers position, covered in clay, and that's about that. Hands is something I actually quite like doing. Certainly it can be challenging, but I generally find it more fun than frustrating. And sort of like how I decided the body should be skeletal kind of on accident, once I squished some clay onto these armatures, I found that I kind of like the messy, distorted nature of them. It sort of feels nice and otherworldly, and I think they're going to look really cool when they're blacked out. So I decided to leave the fingers kind of messed up and won't do much more to it than this.
I need to do sculptures. I feel like it'll help me with my art.
After looking at these for a bit, I decided that the fingers were just a little too vertical, so I decided to put the hand at an angle instead. I think the angled hands adds a lot to the composition and adds a lot of dynamism to the action. Sometimes it's the little things that really help make a pose work. While I'm fixing the hand, there's also been other cracks that's developed during baking. I think due to poor weight.
Okay, so he is, yo, I'd be so scared that there was going to be like air pockets and stuff.
Distribution on the monster. He's leaning far
forward. If you don't know, like when you bake clay like that, if it's got air pockets and they're covered and whatever, it'll explode because the air expands and the stuff can't keep, which might be what's happening here.
Poorly supported in this position. These aren't project-ending disasters or anything, but they do need patching up with some epoxy clay. Epoxy clay is much stronger than polymer clay, so it's a good option for reinforcing weak areas like this. While I'm here, I'm also going to add a bend to the neck. There wasn't a repair needed or anything, I just wanted to add a bit of a tilt to the head. As I said before, it's the little things that help make a pose work. You've seen hints of the first attempt at the face already because, as usual, I'm editing out of order. But as I said, I wanted a white mask for a face, and this first attempt was okay. It's not terrible, but it's also not quite there. I tried giving him some teeth, and it is better, but it still doesn't quite convey the dead-eyed horror that I was imagining. So I gave it a second go. This time I went full-on creepypasta, fanged horror monster looking for a meal. Secretly, I'm also hedging my bets against.
I think I
these
actually like the
sculptures
first
not having
face
a
better. I think the first face looked a little bit better.
of interest
Far.
in case the
I
people
think it's not done. I need to stop judging it before it's finished. I hate when people do it with my work. So
just isn't interesting with a plainer face. I want your eyes to have some kind of point of interest it can glom onto. The teeth are made of translucent cosclay for some increased durability. Cosclay is flexible, so small parts like these are much more resistant to breaking. I went with translucent clay because I wanted to leave myself the option of doing translucent teeth effect later on.
I think the those teeth are a little bit overdoing. It's like
This time I went with teeth, imagining.
that looks. I would have liked it to be this, and then maybe have the eyes of this one.
I went with translucent clay later on. It's weirder without. I like this one a lot. This might
Okay, I actually like this more now. I like the shape.
be my favorite
Overall.
out of the three. Did I say 3? I did, because I also made a bonus third attempt that's a bit more human-like and a bit more baby-like, just because I thought this would be the maximum creep-out version, and man, it is really disturbing. At least for me, this is the scariest one out of all of them. So, which one is the real one? All of them. Whether you run into the mask, the
Right.
monster, or the child, depends on
They're
your
all
luck.
masks.
Maybe you think the child is what you want, but maybe you'd rather not become his plaything. And it would be less painful if the monster just eats you and gets it over with. Maybe you want the mask, but who knows what it wants with
Right, that
anything.
one's the best one.
I don't think there's a good
That reminds me of the Redeads from Ocarina of Time.
choice here. Okay, we're almost done sculpting, but as I was working on this
This seems generic to me. I don't know why. I like the shape of the mouth, the like oval shape of it.
piece, a thought occurred to me that
Almost
I
like his mouth is like opening up more, like not more than it should. Obviously, it's more than it should, but like it's opening up on its own.
quite like being able to see this much of the monster. If you recall the original Armature mock-up, I had the ground coming up all the way up to here, and I don't want that anymore. So instead of an elaborate hole, I decided to turn this temporary pedestal into a little stair step, as if he's crawling up onto a raised platform. Maybe he prowls the subway and that's the start of a stair landing. Or maybe he's contained in a nefarious research laboratory and his pen has some stairs coming down after the initial entrance. I know I'm reaching, but that's what you get for changing a major component of the project 90% of the way through and are trying to justify
Yep.
the decision. Bonus though, it does let me reposition his fingers around the steps, and I think this actually makes the weight-bearing hand creepier while we're here. I am fixing these breaks with epoxy clay just like the cracks on the body. Epoxy really is a fantastic supplemental material to polymer clay. And that's the sculpture. I couldn't resist the skin folds underneath the jaw, but mostly kept my own promise of not too much details. I think I will call him the Long Shadow. Is that too corny? Maybe, but I like it. It's a neutral enough name
Long Shadow's
that
cool.
can incorporate the multiple faces and obviously describes his appearance, or it will as soon as we paint him.
Stranger in the Dark. No.
Speaking of which, here's the little
False
sticker
shadow.
after he's been primed. No real drama there. But with that, we can get on with the painting. I'm actually going to start with the base on this one, and I'll begin by first sealing the whole thing in Mod Podge. Bare MDF on the cut edges are very absorbent, and I just want to make sure that the whole base has a consistent surface for the terrain paste I'll be applying. I don't actually know if this is necessary, but I just wanted a little extra security blanket going into it. I then carve a few cracks into the wood using a hobby knife and a Dremel and sealed it again in Mod Podge. I did this in the wrong order. I should have carved the cracks first. Then I apply some terrain effects pastes, a desert sand, and rough gray pumice in this case, to simulate some concrete texture. I don't think I made the best use out of this stuff, to be honest. I wasn't feeling confident that I could achieve a smooth concrete surface, so I ended up leaning into the rough finish instead. But in retrospect, I think I'd rather try to go for smooth concrete instead, even if I failed a bit at it. The pastes are great, by the way. Very easy to apply and dries very strong. Would try again. The reason I'm working on the base first this time is because in my testing, Black 4.0 is really fragile, and I wanted the option to finish the model directly on this base if I had to, in order to minimize the amount of handling of the model I'll have to do. Anyway, after the paste sets up, I whack it a few times with the various tools I had to add some harder wear on the surface. This didn't do too much of anything, to be completely candid, but at least it was fun. As for the paint, I first tried to paint directly onto the terrain paste, but found that it wasn't sticking very well, so I changed tactics and primed the whole base black and applied some polyurethane varnish to protect it from rough handling. And that worked out great. I had no more coverage issues after that. Basically, I slop on various shades of gray to simulate modeled concrete. This process is a huge mess, but it is very easy and gets the job done. Occasionally, I'll splatter on some paint via brush just to create some spotting and other variations.
Hey, that looks
like
really
I said,
nice.
This process is a huge mess, but it looks great, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, I apply a whole lot of...
This dude is you are watching a master at work. Subscribe to that. This dude gets subscription.
4.0.
Did I just pull it all the way back? Yes, I did. No, let's go back here.
This process is a huge mess, but it looks great, I think. Anyway, I apply a whole lot of layers of this stuff, working my way from dark gray all the way up to light gray, and then applied some washes of various colors to make this look nice and gross. At some point, there was so much gross stains on the floor that I think this might work better as a monster in Chernobyl or someplace that's completely...
Okay. I think to keep the quality of the stream high, I think I'm going to drop the YouTube one. Maybe. I don't know. Give me 1 second. Let me check something. Just look at something. Hold on. Type. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna drop the YouTube stream. So for YouTube stream, head on over to Twitch, Trace Proxy. Head on over there and